didn't like the relationship, and I couldn't get out because she threatened to ruin me and ruin all my friends. That's really what happened. I'll tell you everything you want to know about Trisha Paytas. She's a lovely girl. Absolutely.
It's your ex-wife.
That's my ex-girlfriend. My ex-wife is great.
Ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. The only thing I can relate it to is like when I was, when my ex-girlfriend was coming after me.
This is Paytas?
Trisha? What's her name?
Trisha.
Oh yeah, TP. Trish like fish. Yeah, no, I know. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
TP. Yeah, Trish. When she was coming after me, I never said anything because of how it would affect my kids. You know what I mean? Like that's just the biggest reason. Like my son would get like DMs, I'm gonna kill you and stuff like that. And when you contribute to that, although it's tempting to want to defend yourself, like maybe in Addison's mom's case where she's like, she wants to say something, like you said, say one or two things.
Yeah.
It's tempting, and it's really hard not to grab your phone and be like, fuck you, like leave me alone. But yeah, that was why I never said anything. It was just because of my kids.
A strange question. How do I phrase it? And I don't mean to say it in a negative way, but I'm going to just ask it. You seem like a very normal guy, Jason. Like, yeah. But you're married to Trisha Paytas, who...
Well, I wasn't married, Dave.
Girlfriend?
It's the second time you said that.
Girlfriend?
We weren't married. Yeah, we dated for 12 months.
Okay, year.
Yep.
She seems certifiable.
I've never talked about it. She's a complicated girl. Like she's, I don't like to talk shit about my exes or women in general.
And I'm not asking. I guess that's not what I'm asking.
Let me try. I want to explain it to you so you understand. Like, I met her. She was like, we got along really great. It was a time in my life where like I was, like she was really into me. So I love that. She was really sweet to me. She loved me. Like, Trisha loved me so much, and so did her 17 personalities. You know what I mean? So it's just like, we started filming together, and that was cool. And we were doing really good. And then it just got to a place where it was just like, she was, I didn't like the relationship, and I couldn't get out, because, she threatened to ruin me and ruin all my friends. That's really what happened. And then eventually, you know, she drove her car into my house and trapped me in my house for like 3 hours. I mean, I don't want to go into it, but she's, you know, at the time, I haven't talked to her in 2 years. At the time, she was really sick. You know, she had some sort of chemical imbalance where she would kind of black out and anything could happen. She one time I was like editing videos and she called me on like a Wednesday. She was like, she's like, "Hey babe, what's up?" And I was like, "Oh, nothing. I'm just posting my video." You know, I'm like trying to stay on my schedule.
Yeah.
And she goes, "I want to go to the mall," you know. And I was like, "I can't go to the mall today," you know. And so I was like trying to be firm about it. You know, I was like, "No, I can't go to the mall. I'll see you tonight." So I was like all proud of myself. Like, you know, I put my foot down, you know.
Good job, Jason.
Yeah. And then she called back like 5 minutes later and she was like, "I'm going to fucking kill myself." You know, she was like driving down Laurel Canyon, like swerving saying around, she's going to like drive her car off the road. And then long story short, you know, we found her in a ditch with the police and shit like that. And I really did try to like take care of her and I loved her a lot. And it just got to be too much. Now, I don't know what she's like now. She seems to be doing really good. She's pregnant. She has a baby coming. And I think that, you know, there was sort of this unfillable hole with her where she would like buy a lot of stuff and do a lot of stuff in excess. And it never really made her happy. So I hope that, you know, when the baby comes, that'll be the thing that like,
or maybe she found it in the last like,
yeah.
You know
she has a husband now, a great husband, handsome guy, comes from a good family. But yeah, that's it. Sorry about the long-winded answer.
No.
It's like, it's fucking, good. Dave, I could tell you stories.
No, but that's kind of what I you seem super grounded in every conversation. I'm not saying you're not.
Well, it kind of seems like a little bit like
I can't picture you going through that.
I am, but when you know her, you know, there's like a lot of good things about her too. You know,
sure.
she was.
And
great
I don't know,
right?
And I don't know her at all. I always preface that. The only things I see are from what she puts out as content when we've had her on the show. But it talking to you and talking to her are like, to me, opposite
almost polar
opposite.
But she's not like, she's pretty boring. And I mean that as a compliment. Like she's not like crazy. It's just when she gets crazy, you know what I mean? Like she was great with my kids.
Did she like up it for the camera? Like would she up it? Like
she's an incredible performer.
Yeah. Okay.
She's an incredible performer for the camera. So, you know, you would be like, "Oh, what do we do today?" And she'd come down with a fucking bird cage on her head or something, you know.
Just ready to go.
Just
like
some crazy.
Yeah.
It was incredible. It was like, you know, we used to just make videos and.
By the way, that story could also be why I look younger than you.
Yes.
There's been a lot of stress.
That can age you guys.
Would you say you have like a savior's complex kind of thing? Do you think
100%.
that played into it? Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
And so then even when I was like, even when she had already like really hurt me bad and we were broken up,
this is probably not good for me, but it was like, how am I supposed to leave someone that's gonna hurt
I couldn't leave her because she was threatening suicide. Now it turns out she admitted that she was never gonna commit suicide, but I would call her mom and be like, "She's threatening suicide." They wouldn't call me back. Yeah. Like, I really did try, and that's actually really exactly what it was, you know. Dude, I wish her the best. I hope she fucking has a healthy baby. I hope everything's great. And I don't know if you guys know, but she really turned over a new leaf. Like she doesn't talk shit about anybody or.
Huh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I liked her when she was on. It's just
I always thought she was
very entertaining.
She didn't like me, but she liked Josh.
She liked me.
She liked
She liked Josh.
Yeah, but that's what she does. She'll like, she used to do that with me and David. She'd be like, "David's so cute," you know, and I'd be like, she just does that to like relate to the younger kids.
Yeah. But he is now suing Dobrik after his near fatal injury for more than $10 million. And it seems like David said this. Jeff was upset because of the way it all went down in the hospital after, trying to keep it a secret. A little bit he said, she said. You've been as close probably with both of them. What is your take on this whole lawsuit?
You know, it's a really tough place for me to be in, you know, in the middle of it. The accident was awful, and when the day the accident happened, I drove a bunch of people down to the lake, and I had to go to the bathroom. So I went and I looked at the stunt, it was just an excavator just taking people around on a tube. And I said, because I was the oldest one there. And I was like, I looked at it. I was like, oh, that looks really safe. That looks like nothing, you know? And then in that time, when I went to the bathroom, I had to drive like 15 minutes because we were way out in the middle of nowhere. They called me, Susie called me, and she was like, you know, Jeff just has to be taken to the hospital. Meet us at Utah Valley Hospital. And it's just the worst. I mean, I wish that day never happened. I wish we never tried to do that video. You know, Jeff's eye is, you know, fucked up, and, you know, I love David. I love Jeff. It's the fucking worst. You know, and anytime I speak publicly on it, it's like, you know, it's just like, what can you say about it? They're two people I care about. You know, I love Jeff. I'd do anything for Jeff. You know, I saw him at a wedding last weekend. We talked. His podcast is doing great. You know, I'd always be there for Jeff, you know, if he ever needed anything. And yeah, it's just super shitty. You know, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what happened that day. I wasn't actually there. And I just hope it all works out. I hope it just gets better for both of them. It's sad. It's sad that I don't hang out with Jeff anymore, but, you know, maybe one day we will. And again, Dave, we talked about this on my podcast. It's like,
I know
this internet shit is so fucking stupid. It's so dumb. It's like, if you have real friends, when you're a man, you know what I mean? Like, you fucking know there's just unspoken shit. Like, it's just unspoken. It's like, you know, it's just not real. And then once it goes into the internet, it's like, oh, he said this.
So I just woke up and saw this mess that Kevin Federline posted those videos about Britney from literally years ago. I have a few thoughts. Kevin, Jamie, all these old, gross men, people in her life, they never wanted her to get better. They always wanted her to be crazy Britney, and I feel like all this is coming about to like trigger her again. It's like she's finally happy, she's stable in life, she's in a stable relationship, and they all come out for what? She's never brought up the kids, no one's in danger. Kevin put that out there. Everything but these boys who are still underage. They're trying to poke and trigger her back into crazy Britney. For what? For money? It's sick.